Can Ipswitch Town finally get a trophy? This might be the tactic to find out. This one seems to have two separate names. One is Real Winner Tactic of Football Manager Competitions, and the next is Champions 451. The screenshot itself says Champions 451 at least. It is a somewhat standard 433, as you can see, or 451, whatever you want to call it. The only description is tactic that won the champion of community competition many times. I do not know what that is, but apparently they won it many times. The creator is a Chinese name called a Grandma Cow. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or what, but we're just going to head on into the tactic itself. As you can see, a sweeper keeper in attack, wing back on the left in support, full back on the right, ball playing defenders in the central spots, a DM in front, an advanced playmaker in support next to a box to box in support, winger on both sides in attack, and then an advanced forward up front. You can see there are individual instructions, so if you need to list those, let me know and I'll tell you whatever I can. But in possession, attacking with his fairly narrow approach play pass into space, overlap on the left and right, but focus play down the middle. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is slightly higher. Low crosses in the final third. Work the ball into the box. Play for set pieces. Run at defense and be more expressive. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute to the fullbacks and throw it long. And then out of possession, a mid-block line of engagement, higher defensive line. Trigger press much more often. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution and get stuck in. Now, how did this tactic do for our three teams? Starting with the two in the Premier League, well, Liverpool and Aston Villa come third and fourth. As you can see, 77 points for Liverpool, 77 goals for, it looks like they're second highest in the league. 74 for Aston Villa with 71 points. Not too bad. Liverpool making a strong push for the FA Cup, getting to the final against Ipswich Town and losing. How on earth is that going to be the case? We'll see that in a minute with Ipswich Town. But that is crazy. So Ipswich Town getting a trophy right there. But Liverpool out in the EFL Cup quarterfinal, 1-1 in penalties against Leicester. Well, Liverpool do get their trophy. The Europa League final, 3-1 over Roma, beating Ajax, beating Atalanta, Union Berlin. They had a fantastic run up to the final, and they got their trophy. As we look at Liverpool's stats, goals-wise, 24 for Salah. Finally, he's back. 21 for Nunez. Not too bad. You got a lot of players in the double digits. Assists-wise, 25 for Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones with 14, so he played a good role. Average rating, though, 7.44 for Szoboszlai, 7.39 for Salah. Pretty nicely overall. Aston Villa doing a complete opposite of Liverpool. Out in the EFL Cup fourth round, almost immediately against Manchester United, 1-1 in penalties, and out against Wolves in the FA Cup third round. But it looks like everyone's getting a trophy this time around. Europa Conference League final against Fiorentina. It's always Fiorentina almost. 3-1 in extras. Fenerbahce, Frankfurt. You've done a great job getting to the final and kicking the crap out of Fiorentina in extras. So as we head to Aston Villa's squad, 34 goals for Ollie Watkins. Absolutely insane. Assists-wise, only 3 in double digits though. So 17 for Diaby. McGinn up there as well. Average rating, 7.22 for Diaby. Luis was 7.21. Not too bad overall. Definitely, sort of on the higher side of average of what we see Aston Villa's squad to show up as. Data hub for Liverpool. We've seen much stronger attacks on this side. Defensively, they're doing really well. But attacking-wise, not the greatest what we've seen. Still pretty good, don't get me wrong. But, even Aston Villa is showing the same. Great defensively. Pretty good attacking-wise. Dribbles made, wow. But overall, the attacking side isn't as much as we've seen before. Could be one of the reasons why they're only at 77 points. Their attacking side just didn't do as well as generally. As we look at the Premier League stats, again, they're both up there. Liverpool with 77 goals, 74 for Aston Villa, to 84 with Manchester United. Fewer shots again, they're in there. Most possession, no, but dribbles made is Liverpool's show. I could have sworn that Aston Villa was a higher one in the data hub, but I guess I could have read that wrong. But overall, a standard kind of on the lower side of standard showing for these two teams. Now, here's a sight you don't see every day. Ipswich Town in 5th. Sure, we see that a lot. 98 goals for, fantastic. 83 points, very well done. But they're in the Europa League. We know exactly why, but it's just funny. I think they've only, besides getting tops in the championship 1 or 2 times before, they've only gotten about 2 trophies in all the tactic talks we've done. Championship sides don't generally win the FA Cup. They did. Out in the EFL Cup second round, 0-0 in penalties to Tottenham. But look at this run. You do have some teams that you should have beaten, but look at this. Norwich, Chelsea, Bournemouth, and then Liverpool, 2-0 to reach the FA Cup final and win. That's insane. I hope they've got the stats to measure it up against, though. 23 goals for Hurst. Finally, he's back. Broadhead with 19. Assist-wise, 11 for Taylor and Broadhead apiece, 10 for Wes Burns. Average rating 728 for Desiree Douay. On loan from Renee. We've seen him before. 715 for Edmondson. Only 2 appearances though off the bench. 710 for Jack Taylor. So a lot of the big names that we've seen before, all the way down in the list. Hurst and Chaplin, all the way down at 704 and 702. Now, of course, this stat screen doesn't take the cup runs into effect, so it's only the championship side. They're up there in a couple, a few shots, most goals, things like that. Some they're just not even there at all. And a couple you're just way down in the list. And as a recap, I mean, the tactic worked to a degree. Liverpool and Aston Villa in 3rd and 4th. Ipswich Town getting a freaking trophy. That's crazy. That never happens. But funny how Chelsea gets relegated to the Conference League. But overall, it's one to take a look at. I think we've had better tactics of this formation. But as always, this is just a sim. I didn't do anything myself. So if you take control, you could do a lot better. But that is it for me, FM24, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.